All right, I think we're live. So, hey everyone, welcome to the Blockchain Game Alliance. My name is Rogue. I'll be your host for today's demo day. Again, we have some exciting Web3 gaming demos this week. So, we have some different projects. We've got Cryptopia, we have Medicaid, we have Widow Games, and of course, Union Avatars. So, if you guys are ready, yeah, let's dive into it. Let's roll the intro. All right, welcome back. So, welcome back again to the Blockchain Game Alliance Demo Day, where we represent everything about blockchain games. We got some new and exciting Web3 gaming demos for you this week. All right, so we got some fun projects for you today. All right, so the way that this works is each and every one of you is going to have 15 minutes of your time to tell us your name, your position, and of course, what is your project all about. So our audience here is going to have the opportunity as well to win some prizes at the end of each presentation. We're going to have a Q&A and we're going to release them immediately. So whoever answers the question first, they get to win specific prizes from each specific projects today. So if you guys are ready, we have our lineup here today. So welcome everyone. Let's all welcome Jordi Conejero from
Yep.
Union Avatar. So, welcome to the Blockchain Game Alliance. Can you tell us what you do, and of course the Union Avatars as well?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity of showcasing or demo our platform. Yeah, my name is Jordi. I'm from Barcelona. I'm the CMO and co-founder of Union Avatars. And here at Union Avatars, we have developed a software for avatar creation or character maker from a single selfie. It's very easy to use, and I can't wait to show you how it's working. So I'm going to share my screen now. Yeah, here it is. I think that you all are watching my screen now. So this is Union Avatars. You can head to our website. It's unionavatars.com. Here you will see that we have different type of avatars, and we have been working with different companies around the world. And what we are providing to the user is a virtual identity to use it across different walls, across different platforms, and also let the tools to the user to customize this virtual identity with different styles, different type of customizations. Okay, right now we are almost to reach the 150,000 registered users in our platform, and our platform suite's really good, especially for gamers, all of that users that are looking for avatars to use it across different platforms, but also for creators, all of that streamers, VTubers, content creators like to use the avatar in platforms like Blender and generate content, Unreal, Unity, and so on. And also for developers, our software, it's very easy to integrate on projects inside Unity, Unreal, through the SDK, but also our developers have access to our API or iframe in case that they need. So now I'm going to show you how it's working our platform. You just need to click here on Create Avatar, and then you are going to the login page. As you can see, we have a different type of login. We have the social login, but we have also the with MetaMask, for example, or you can use different wallets. So I'm going to use this one. I need to confirm, and then you will see here. So the platforms. So for a user that is the first time that it registered in our platform, they will see here like 3 empty slots where they can fill with avatars. And I'm going to show you now how you can start creating your first avatar, and you will see that it's very easy and fast. So just click on the plus icon, then select gender. Right now on the website, we have these 2 different styles, and we are going to add a third style very, very soon, that it will be a voxel style. So for now, I'm gonna pick up the cartoon style. And then I have different options here, like for example, taking a photo of me, upload a photo that I have in my device, computer, smartphone. And yeah, important, this platform is also compatible with a smartphone, sorry. But to going fast, I'm gonna pick up one of the template avatars that we have here. And then it's time to customize the avatar. Okay, here like different options of customizations, starting from the accessories, then the top, bottom, shows, hairstyle, or outfits. Okay, I'm gonna show you the different outfits that we have. For example, we have different brands also. Uh, Here in our marketplace, we are working with different digital fashion creators that they are adding their collections, their assets in our platform, and they are selling their collections here. It's the case of Alter Alice, digital fashion from here from Barcelona also. And here we have some of the outfits that they are selling in our platform. Then we have Templa, Italian company. But if we go here, we will see, yeah, also Alteralis, Goblin Town, the famous NFT collection. We have different assets from Goblin Town. Here, Micho Samurai, independent creator from Japan, that it's selling their assets here. And yeah, you can explore like the different sections that we have here and start like customizing your avatar, even adding like different hairstyles. We have more than 50 different options of hairstyles, and then you can once you select your hairstyle, for example, you can change the color of the hairstyle, zoom in on the avatar, zoom out, and see how it looks with the different assets, styles that you are adding. And what else? So then you buy the assets. We have internal credit systems um, for our users to buy the different assets or actions that I will show you now. So now the asset is purchased, and I'm gonna click here the button ready to play, and I will show you. Well, first I will add a name on this avatar, and then I'm gonna show you the Avatar Lab tool, which is a tool for content generation for our users. It's a very basic tool and straight tool to create image, videos with the avatar that you have created. And you will see that it's very, very easy to use it. And well, it's something that you can create content and then share it in your social channels. I'm gonna show you now. Yeah, here it is. So here you have different options like the backgrounds, poses, or animations. You can all upload your own background or select one of the backgrounds that we have here, like for example, this background. And then in the poses, we have some basic poses. We are adding more and more in the upcoming days and weeks. But then the funny thing also, it's the animations. We are very soon, we are going to add also a feature here to add your own video with animation of you, and then you place this animation in the avatar. So it will be very funny to export and share your videos on your social media channels. When I'm done here on the animation, as you can see, we have many here. I just click on buy, and the animation is set on the avatar. And finally, I can download this video and share it on my social media profiles that I have. And the last thing I want to show you is like what can you do with the avatar. So we have here on the Connect Apps section, we have around 50 different platforms from Hyperfine, Nifty Island, Mona, Upstreet, Vibers, Animes. It's a very cool streaming platform where you can use your Union avatar. Okay, they are from gaming, streaming, or content creation platforms. Okay, all of that platforms are compatible with our avatars, for example. And well, just there are a few more things that I would like that the users, the community of Blockchain Game Alliance explore by themselves, because it's really, really funny to know more about our platform. It will be very funny for you to create your avatar and to see how it looks and use it in different platforms. So thank you for the time. Thank you to all our community. And until here, it's Union Avatars.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Hordy. I love the presentation. I love the different avatars. So just a quick question for you. Are you going to integrate more apps in the future where your avatars is compatible with them?
Yeah, sure. Our team are continuously looking for more collaborations, partnership, that kind of platforms, gaming, content creation, streaming platforms that they are looking for that kind of avatars, or they are looking for integrate an avatar creator inside their platform. So that's what we are looking for. And if there's any member of the association here, Blockchain Game Alliance here, that are looking for a kind of partnership, are looking for avatars in their platform, just send us a message. That I think that we gonna be a great partners here.
Awesome. Thank you very much. So you heard it from him, guys. If you want to create your own avatars, go ahead and check out at unionavatars.com. I've shared it with the link inside the comments. So be sure to check out Union Avatars if you want to create your own avatars. All right. So with that being said, right now, let's dive into the prizes. So if you guys are ready, again, first one to answer the questions is going to win 1,600, you know, worth of credits inside Union Avatars, where you can buy your costumes, you can buy some dresses, you can buy some hairstyles. So the question is for Union Avatars is this one.
Yeah, yeah.
Name one brand collections that they have in their marketplace. So we're gonna wait for a minute, maybe even 30 seconds. So the first one to answers gets 1,600 worth of credits inside Union Avatars, where you can purchase, you can buy animations as well. If not, we're gonna have to raffle this one out since we're also running out of time, since we've only allotted 15 minutes. All right, so we may need to get back. So let's just wait for a bit. Okay. All right. So we didn't have we don't have a comment, so we might need to just revisit this after the next presenter. So let's wait for that. Again, if you want to answer, the first one to answer gets 1,600 worth of credits inside Union Avatars. So moving on. So thank you again, Union Avatars, for your presentation, and welcome to the Blockchain Game Alliance. All right,
You're
perfect.
welcome. Thank you.
Next up, we have Sangho Grulman from Cryptopia. All right. So, yeah, can you tell us a bit what you do? And of course,
Yeah,
we know you're the CEO, and of course, the project as well.
of course, of course. Well, my name is Sangho Grolleman, Dutch name. Well, I remember from the last time. It's difficult for you, but you pronounce it very well. I'm from the Netherlands, but our project is international. We're building a blockchain game, an on-chain game, the first fully decentralized game even. So we run without central game servers. So we don't use Amazon or Google or whatever server architecture. So we use our own node network, and the game state is on-chain. So in theory, we can run forever. We cannot be shut down. We cannot be taken down. No one can force us to quit. And it fits perfectly with our philosophy of being decentralized, having it owned by the community. And I will show you, because I have not so much time. So if you're okay, I'm going to dive into the presentation immediately. Share my screen. I hope you can see it now. Can you see my screen, guys?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, great. So this is Cryptopia. This is the playable demo, so this is for everyone to download. It's a civilization-style game, but then on-chain. So you have several pieces of land. Some pieces of land contain resources, wildlife, structures, NPCs, etc., etc. But you can also enter every piece of land, and then you go into a 3D mode, and I'll show you now. And then you start sort of an RPG style game. So you have an avatar, which you can level up, which you can specialize. You can become a crafter, you can become a financial tycoon, you can help other people, etc., etc. Oh, sorry, already there. So this is the 3D version, 3D view. So you can walk around. In this case, I already crafted an axe because of the time. I already did some pre-work. So I'm going to show you what happens if you run around and you chop some wood. It's just like any other normal MMO. So you chop wood, and you see on the right-hand side, you saw it flashing mining. So it was mining gas, and with the gas, it's now minting the wood into my backpack. So I can just keep running, keep playing, keep questing. If I had a bow, I could shoot this wildlife. But the point is, you don't need to leave this game because everything is integrated. There's an integrated multi-sig wallet in the game. I can in fact show you that it's in here. So this is the wallet. Of course, our own token is in here, but also all the resources. So all the resources are tokenized. Some resources are infinite, like the wood. So the wood is free for you to chop. But other resources like gold or iron, these resources are finite. So there are tiles in this world, and I will show you now, that contain these resources, and you can only extract these resources when you're the owner of the tile, or when you are invited to go into the tile. I have to change the sequence of this demo a little bit because of the time, so I'm going to stop sharing this one, and I'd like to show you now how you can create a new account to show you how easy it is to actually start this game. Because one of the problems with blockchain games is that mostly you need to buy an NFT in order to participate in the earning aspect. And we think that's a bit, well, okay, to each his own, of course. We don't believe in that. We believe that everyone who contributes to your game, so spend time in your game, should be rewarded. And it doesn't make sense if you want to have people in your game, in your ecosystem, that they have to buy something first. So that's why we say, okay, we don't want to do that. We want to have people, people should be able to spend time with us, see if they like the game. If they don't like it, they can leave, of course. But if they like it, then they can spend more time, and maybe in the end even spend some money on it. I'm gonna share my screen again. I have one screen, so maybe if I'm over the time, please interrupt me. So this is how it looks like when you start. You start the game. We are on the Scale network. It's still the beta version, so you don't need to play for real money or real assets. So you don't have to secure it. Of course, when we launch on the main for real, then you should secure it because it's non-custodial. Your keys. You have to have a PIN code. So I create a PIN code in here. So it's now secured. We are on Scale. Scale is free. It's a free chain. Free, at least it's gasless, so you don't have to buy a gas token. You can just play. We created a specific tool to mine the gas in order to play this game for free. It's a bit technical, but it makes it even more convenient for you. So leave it as is. We have 4 factions, of course. You have to choose one. There's some information. I have to move this one out of the way. Then you start it. You choose a username. demo 2. It will check on the blockchain whether it's available. If it's available, I can claim it. You see it starts mining gas from me now. And with the gas that is mined, it is also now mining my account on the blockchain. So the multisig wallet is mined now. We need 4 confirmations. It is done. I can continue. We have a tutorial here. If you're new to Cryptopia, or if you already know something about Cryptopia, same for the blockchain. So depending on your choices here, you get adjusted or customized tutorial. And start with explain to you that this is your avatar. You can customize it. I like to play around a bit with a sort of a Oompa Loompa type of guy. You can put in different accessories, clothing, and all these things, as you can see, have stats on it. So all these things are NFTs. These are all starter NFTs. They're all free for you. You can confirm it. Then it's going to mine some gas for you. And then it's going to be put on the blockchain that these are my items with these stats. And then I can continue. By the way, people or players can also become a crafter. So they can become a tailor, or maybe, whatever it is. We haven't fleshed it out perfectly. But what I want to say is you can create items for other people to buy from you. So, for instance, when I will become a tailor, I create hats or backpacks with specific stats on it. I can create them, craft them, and sell them to other players. And of course, the starter items we will sell them as Cryptopia, or the game will sell them to the players to kickstart everyone. But at some point, for the mid level, and especially the end game, the items cannot be bought from Cryptopia, but can only be bought from other players, other gamers. So in that way, we really create a player-to-player economy. As I said, it's free to play and earn, so you can just spend your time, do quests, and perform jobs for other players, and earn our token, our Cryptopia token, TOS. And the TOS token has a lot of utility in our game. So you can, of course, buy the items, but also you can limit crafting times, limit traveling times. You can stake it to vote on specific proposals, or even, when you find someone with an offensive name, you can report someone. That also works with TOS. So the more people stake, the more serious they are. That's our reasoning, right? So we really try to align the incentives with also the gameplay. Currently, the game is now, because I started a new character, fetching all the data from the blockchain. So the game set is pulled from the blockchain. So everything that's important, what is important, so your assets, but also your statistics of your character. So what quests can you do? What is your earning potential? What is your specialization? All those rule-based stats, so to say, are important and therefore are put on the blockchain. Other stuff that is not important is, of course, not on the blockchain, like networking traffic, chat, real-time movement. All these things are handled by our own node network. So we sell nodes. We have 5,000 nodes in total in the end, run by people like you and me. And that is taking care of the networking traffic. So when you start, you get your ship for free, the starter ship. It's an NFT. And of course, it's starter, so it's basic with the basic speed and the basic capacity and the basic strength. We have a tutorial that shows you how to navigate around in Cryptopia. So this guy is now telling, I disabled the sound, otherwise you can't hear me now. So you need to play around with the movement. Of course, you can rotate. There's a mini map. You can zoom in and zoom out. Because this is a demo world, it's a smaller world than what we will have in the end, of course. And this is important because it's a blockchain game, and it's also explained here on screen. Your travel takes time because it needs to be registered. Every step is registered on the chain. So you can toggle, because if you don't want that, if you just want to go somewhere and just to see how the world, explore, then you can also go in an explorer or adventure mode, and you don't need to do the transactions. In this case, we want to explain the new gamers how it works, so we really guide them through this. So there's a starter quest. You have to find some person on the island, and then you can say, okay, start your journey. So now it starts mining the gas, as you can see in the bottom right hand, and then it starts playing. The ship speed is important. So the better your ship, the faster you can travel. So it's really time-based. And all the NFTs in our game are upgradable. So they have modules. So you can do quests and earn modules, or you can buy modules from Cryptopia, the lower tier ones, or the mid and high tier ones you can buy from other players who can craft them. And with that, you can increase your capacity, or your storage, or your speed, or your strength. In this case, what we also want to introduce to people is that there's a PvP mode. So there are pirates, and that means that in certain areas you can get attacked by other players or NPCs if it's an NPC quest, and that means that you have to battle or flee, depending on your odds, of course, the strength. In here, we take you by the hand and we show you the battle. And I'm going to switch on my sound, otherwise you miss a couple of parts. So this is also an NFT. So I will try to skip a bit faster. Again, you can play this yourself. So I will share on our website, cryptopia.com. There's also a link to download this version, and you can play it. Even better, we will start our second airdrop. And that airdrop is not a social airdrop like follow this, share this, but it's an airdrop in which you play this game, in which you perform the missions, and by playing the game you can earn points, and the points determine your share of the airdrop. So we'll launch it pretty soon, I hope within a couple of days. So keep an eye out for our announcements. So again, NFT. So I got this NFT now, so I can use it and then engage. And not in this demo now is that all factions have their own ultimate attack. We shared it on the social, so keep an eye on that, or look it up, because it's really, really beautifully done. So skipping it. So every faction has its own boat. Every faction has its own style of attack. All gamers can choose to become a pirate. So you can earn karma in our game, but you can also lose it. And if your karma goes to 0, then you become a pirate. And because we are a blockchain game, it's immutable. Once a pirate, forever a pirate. So you can't turn back. That means that you can't go to the regular areas anymore, because if you go there, you will be hunted by bounty hunters. So there will be a specific area for the pirates. We call it the Pirate Cove, where the pirates reside and build up their sort of society. Of course, I will put it down a bit. Of course, we don't want people to be ganked. So if you have valuable items in this game, we don't want you to be attacked by other players, and that other players can just rob you. So there will be safe areas for you to go. So the further you go from the safer areas, the more likely it is that you will be attacked by pirates. So in here you see that we are moving. We're still a demo, so we also have to warn you sometimes with system requirements. I'm not sure about the time, guys, because I couldn't see you. Is it already time to quit?
Yeah, it's already time. We've already used up
Otherwise,
15
I'll
minutes, so
I'll keep
if you could wrap it up in a minute, that'd be great.
So this is the world. As I said, all the world, the whole world is built up of tiles. So hexagons. So we have also sea tiles. You can view what's inside of there. Yeah, what I want to show you. So some resources are finite, like the wood and the sand and the stone, but other resources are not. So for instance, if you have something like here, I think this is copper. Yeah, this is copper. So then you can view the details. And here you can view, so there's stone in this specific piece of land, and it's infinite, but the copper is only, there's only 4,000, what is the unit, ton, I think, of copper in this specific tile. When you start mining it, it will be easy, like maybe 1 ton a week. But the more you get out from the more you use the resource, the harder it gets to get it to exploit, to get it out of the ground. So the rate at which you can mine a resource will decrease to mimic a bit also the real world. Of course, you can buy this tile with our TOS token, or you can buy, of course, the resource if you need it to process it or to create something or to build or craft something from other players. Last thing I want to mention, if you own this tile, you can build a mine on top of it. But to build a mine, you need other people to help you. So you need labor from other gamers. You can't do it alone. The lower tier buildings are very easy, so you just need maybe some workers who can, make something or do the construction. But if you want to upgrade your structures, you need more specialized labor. Then you may need an architect, or maybe you need machine operators, etc., etc. And it means from the other side, so the players or the gamers that offer their services, in order to keep, earning and to keep improving their character, they need to level up in order to do those quests. So if you're just a carpenter, you can do the lower tier quests and you can build a wooden mine shaft. But if this mine is upgrading to a more, automatically with machines and conveyor belts, etc. stuff, then maybe I don't need any carpets anymore, but I need machine operators. So players then can choose to specialize into a skill tree and become a machine belt, or what's called a conveyor belt operator, or maybe a truck driver. And this continuously stimulates people to think, hey, I earned a token. What am I going to do? Am I going to invest it? Or am I going to keep it? You can also stake it in our game, because if you stake a percentage of your token or a specific amount of tokens, then specific areas will open up for you, or specific quests will open up for you. So there are all ways and manners to, to help you, but also to, nudge you a little bit to make the sound decisions about, okay, what am I going to do with my rewards? I can, of course, because it's a blockchain game, I can cash out, so I can extract from the game. But we believe, because of what we create now, people are really stimulated to stay into the game and even reinvest what they earned into their either their facilities, their assets, or in their character, in their avatar, to become an even more effective player. And lastly, what many people say about blockchain games, and if you can earn in the game, when you're late to the game, prices inflate, and it's too expensive, and new people cannot enjoy it anymore. First of all, in our game, you can earn our tokens. So if the token price goes up, also the rewards of the quest go up. So that's sort of leveled. And secondly, if it is the case that our resources are becoming really expensive, we are a blockchain game and we use blockchain technology. So you are allowed to own a fraction. So you don't have to buy a full NFT or a full piece of wood, or not wood, but gold. You can also buy a fraction of it. So also people with no money, or people that don't want to spend yet, they can still try our game or still get into the game, because they are not forced to go with the higher prices. And that also means that you can band together, so you can create your own companies. If you're gaming guilds, you can create your gaming guild in our game. And because we have a multi-sig wallet, you can manage the wallet with multiple players or multiple people or entities. It's your game, it's your rules, whatever you want, whatever floats your boat, you can do it in our game. Everything is built up with smart contracts. Everything is on chain, immutable, transparent. And I think I should leave it at this. Otherwise, I eat up all the time for my next presenter. So I hope this gave a good impression of what we built.
All right, thank you, Sangho. Yes, love the presentation. What I like about Cryptopia is that it's very
I'm
friendly,
not sure if I
not
hear
only
you.
to season, Web3 users and
Maybe my
Web3
headset
gaming
is.
users, but also to new users as well. I can see that you've put in some time. I mean, the developers they put in some time to have like a
Yeah,
tutorial.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry. Maybe you already told me to stop. My
Sorry,
headset was.
uh, can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yep.
All right, awesome. So what I was saying that Cryptopia is awesome because you've put in some like a tutorial for new Web3 users. Some for new people new to Cryptopia or new to blockchain. I can see that you've put in some time and effort. Just making a tutorial just for them. So yeah, really appreciate it. All right. Okay, so moving on. Okay, so thank you so much, Cryptopia. If you guys want to check out Cryptopia, I'll be sending the link here. You can check out Cryptopia at cryptopia.com. There we go. And then we are now going to move on to the previous question from Union Avatars. So we get an answer. One is from Solid Mage. One of the brand is mangoes, according to Hordy. It's not correct. They are invested by Mango, but there is no collection in their platform under this brand. So you might want to check up again. We only have one answer per single user. So if another user gets the correct answer, they're gonna be hailed as winner. So next up we have the prize or the question for Cryptopia. And the prize is going to be 10,000 worth of TOS. Hang on, just let me type in here real quick. Okay. Prizes or the prize is going to be okay for 10,000 worth of TOS. The question is, who is the leader of the eco faction? The hint or the answer is on their website. So I provided the link to their website. If you want to know the answer, if you want to get the 10,000 word of TOS, answer it after our next presentation or during the next presentation for a chance to win. Okay, so thank you so much, Cryptopia. Moving on, next up we have Juan Pablo Cavula. Sorry, I butchered it. So for this
Don't worry about it.
So Juan Pablo from Widow Games, can you tell us about yourself, about Widow Games, and your project as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me do that while I get my demo ready. So basically, my name is Juan Pablo Coblacan. I'm the principal game designer in Widow Games. For anybody who doesn't know Widow Games, we are a studio from Argentina, founded by Martin Spineto, and we've been in the industry for about 12 years now. And really, if you know us, one of the things that we're pretty proud of is that we love to kind of like experiment with new technology and experiment the new boundaries that we can take this technology um, to like new limits, right? What are the just let me know. I'm started sharing my screen. Let me know if you can see that. So kind of like exploring the new boundaries and taking this new technology to
Sorry,
players
Juan.
across the globe. Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off. The screen isn't showing. If you could check on that.
All
So,
right. Let me just do that again. How
all right,
about
there we
now?
go.
All right.
Awesome.
Perfect. Yeah. So as I've been saying, Widow Games takes a lot of pride in exploring new technology and taking it to its limits. And this is no different. Today, I'm going to be showcasing you Life's Meta. But what exactly really is Life's Meta? Well, we like to define Life's Meta as an interactive narrative platform where you will be able to create your own avatar and customize it with items and different clothing items and different stats in order to partake in different stories and short stories within the game. That's why it's a platform, it's not a game. We aim to have multiple stories inside of this game. And what really sets these stories apart is that they are equipped with one of the newest technologies inside the industry, which is AI agents. And the best way really to explain AI agents is take traditional NPCs used in narrative games, right? They are scripted. They have different dialogue options where the player must choose what to say in which context, and they have scripted responses. Well, with the power of AI, now we can turn those NPCs into AI agents and really redefine what it means to tell a story and what it means to immerse yourself with the characters and within the story. This is because these new NPCs are powered by, of course, different generative AI models, and they are able to adapt to pretty much every input that the player will send to them, be it text or via voice. Now, we will see this very shortly now. And it just completely, it provides the player an opportunity to just completely dwell themselves inside of the story and truly live the story in whatever way they want to live it and relate to the characters in whatever way they want to. But of course, Widow Game doesn't want to keep that idea for itself. So it also has a UGC plan for this platform, where we want users to become creators of these stories and these different items that we're talking about. This is going to be supported and by the Web3 part of the game and the blockchain part of the game, where players will be able to create and publish their own items and sell them for tokens and kind of like exchange the NFTs and also use the token to access different stories and even affect the relationships with the NPCs, with the AI agents inside of the game. But with all that said, I think it's proper for us to just press start. We're going to skip the first introductory video because it pretty much will re-explain what I've been explaining to you right now. And there we go. And like every story, this demo has a context, okay? But before we begin, I'd just like to say, you know how game development can be. Everything that you're about to see now is subject to change. This game is pretty much still in development. However, it has a planned release for between Q2 and Q3 of 2025. But just in case, everything is subject to change. And this demo really focuses in the way we interact with these AI agents. And it's also, if you want to try it out, it's in a webpage, which is livesmeta.io. You can download the demo and play it by yourself, test it out. There's also a form in the end where you can send us feedback, which we truly read and go over in order to understand what the users are feeling and how they develop their story and everything. But as I was saying, every story has a context. And in this demo, the context of the story is that you have two best friends who are in a relationship, who are Anna and Dante. These are your lifelong best friends. You've known them since childhood. But Anna also has a best friend called Renee. And something happened between Renee and Dante. At least that's what Anna thinks. She thinks this because she found one of Dante's shirt in Renee's apartment a while ago. And really the reasons or more or less excuses that both Dante and Renee gave to Anna really didn't add up. So like the good best friend that we are, Anna kind of like sent us a message and told us, hey, I need your help. Can you help me figure out the truth? Can you help me find out what's going on between Dante and Renee? If something's going on between Dante and Renee. And that is more or less the context of this demo, and it's the context that we're going to be showcasing a little bit of right now. Just press play, and let's just jump straight into the gameplay. So straight off the bat, you can probably start picking up some things that are going on at the same time. One of them can be the facial expressions. Facial expressions in this game work a little bit different to how you would expect them to work in previous narrative games, because thanks to this new technology with AI agents, we're able to harness the emotions that they are feeling based on player input. Whether they are, if you send them a message saying, like, for example, I hate you, they probably react angrily. And the way we build the facial expression systems will automatically adapt the face to whatever the AI agent is feeling at the moment. It will also adapt the tone through its voice, and it will adapt the text, of course. The also neat thing about Lives Meta at the moment is that you can choose to type with your keyboard. You can choose to type your answers, or you can choose to use the microphone. For the purpose of this demo, we're going to use the microphone. And I'm going to tell Anna that I'm not really comfortable, going out after Dante like that. So, hey, Anna. Oh my God, traffic was crazy today. I'm sorry, I arrived late. Listen, I don't feel that comfortable talking to Dante right now. And as the audio processes, there it is, and our message is sent. All right, so she's insisting. This is also one of the parts in our gameplay where we have to really polish, because in previous iterations of this demo, you'd have the AI lose a little bit of themselves and just take the story somewhere else. So we've, as the development developed, we introduced this kind of like focus points in order to keep the story within kind of like the limits that we wanted to develop in. Okay, so let's respond to Anna and tell her, okay, Anna, you know what? You're right. I can help you talk to Dante. I will talk to him, and I will bring him the shirt and see what's going on. All right, so we can see how the facial expression changed. She's a lot more happier now, and the game has prompted us to go and speak with Dante. So let's just go ahead and do that, and let's see what Dante has to say for himself.
Hey, sorry, Juan.
Yeah.
Sabrina just said that we can't hear the character speaking. I don't know if that's intentional, or should we be able to hear the character speak?
No, we should be able. That should be. Let me just reset the whole screen sharing thing.
Because the presentation is actually awesome. You're actually talking to AI. So we were actually wondering if it was intentional, but I guess not. Maybe you can check on your side.
Damn. No, it's something from the screen share. That's so unfortunate. I cannot share audio unless it's a tab from my web navigator. That sucks. Oh,
wait, all right.
Unless
maybe you can share us a
I
trailer.
can share my
link.
entire screen, and yes.
Maybe you can try that.
Yeah. All right. There we go. I'm sorry for that. All right. So right now we have Dante. We're going to try this out. So he basically says, "Hey there, it's been a long time no see. Of course, we're best friends, so I'm just going to respond to him. Hey, man, how are you? Dude, it's been such a long time. I cannot believe this. Listen, I have something I want to talk to you about."
Bro, this is crazy seeing you after so long. I've been awesome, crushing it at Crystal Reef Beach as usual.
Can we hear it?
Man, you got me curious now. What's on your mind?
Yes, we can hear it.
Perfect. Let me just volume maybe a little bit. All right, perfect. Look, man, I don't mean to point fingers, but I just come back from speaking with Donna, and she says something's been going on between you and Rene.
Whoa, hold up. I don't know what Anna told you, but there's nothing going on with anyone. I love Anna. We're solid. Listen, I've got to keep my eyes on the swimmers. Maybe we can drop this whole thing. You know how people love to make up stories around here.
All right. Well, if you download the demo for yourself, you can probably try and dig in a little bit deeper. For the purpose of the demonstration, I'm just going to go back to Anna right now, since the game has prompted us to go back. So we have gathered the information. Dante told us, look, man, nothing's going on. I have absolutely no reason to either believe him or, not believe him, because he is my best friend after all. And why would he cheat on Anna? So let's just go back to Anna. She'll probably be interested in hearing what Dante has said to us.
Hey, look at the time. I really need to get back to my lifeguard post right now. You know how it is. Safety first. Can't leave those swimmers unattended. We'll catch up some other time.
All right, Dante, for sure.
Oh, you're back. Did you talk to him? What did he say? Is he with her? Am I going crazy here? Wait. Sorry about that. How did the conversation go?
All right, so it always makes me laugh, seeing Anna so worked up about this. Like I designed it myself, but it's always funny to me seeing the expressions and her face just lit up when we come back. And this is one of the moments that we really enjoy as a team, because in this very moment, as if you're speaking with any other human being, you can choose what to say. You can totally lie to Anna and tell her something's definitely going on, or you can tell her what Dante told you, and tell her, look, nothing happened. And this is the moments of player agency that we have as a design philosophy, and kind of like the way in which the player will decide how they are building their stories. This is the very first moment. I'm not going to go further along the demo because, of course, you can download it for yourself and try it out and see where the story leads. So I'm just going to leave you with a ball dropping. But the whole way also Web3 comes into this is through the NFTs and through the tokens, you're going to be able to emotionally change and intellectually change the characters. So the way they think, the way they respond to you, you're also going to be able to kind of like unlock new decisions and different endings along the way, depending on the NFTs and the items that you have equipped in your avatar. Of course, this demo, as I've said, just showcases how it is to speak with the characters at the moment. But that was pretty much it for the story. I'm going to leave the ball hanging here. And I also want to share some news with you. We're doing a TGE. We're doing the TGE on the 22nd of January. So I think that's next week. It's Wednesday of next week. We're doing the TGE. And yeah, just basically be alert. You can also go to our main page, livesmeta.io, and you will find a lot of information there. You will find all the launch pads, all the dates, all the important things. You can also try the demo. And I really hope from the Widow Games team that, we really hope that you enjoyed the Lives Meta and you had a fun time and you try our demo. And yeah, definitely be on the lookout. Thanks for coming.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Juan. Yeah, that was mind blowing. The presentation was really good, and I really like the idea of you actually speaking to the AI. To the AI, the difference is you are actually interacting with the game itself, and not just those pre-written text that you get to choose. You make the text yourself. So that's pretty awesome. All right, so just a bit of a segue. I know that Sango needs to go off in about a minute or two. We got a winner. We have one specific winner from Solid Mage. So he has won exactly the 10,000, not dollars, I mean the 10,000 worth of TOS. So congratulations. So I'll be sharing the form with you here. Just a sec. So congratulations, Solid Mage. You have won 10,000 worth of TOS. Let me just share the response here real quick so you can get your prize immediately, and our admin will connect you with Cryptopia. So yeah, maybe you need to hop. So thank you again, Sangho. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
the
very much.
presentation. And okay, awesome.
All right. Bye-bye, guys.
Awesome. All right. So now for the question and the prizes as well for Life's Meta by Widow Games. So the question is, oops, sorry, I posted in the private chat. Okay, there we go. All right. For a prize of NFTs with airdrop, what is the difference between AGI agents NPCs versus traditional NPCs? Again, for this specific type of demo day, rewards will have to be limited to one user only. We don't want just one user reaping all the rewards. So if you're already a winner, the next one is gonna have to answer this question so they can get the rewards. Hang on, just give me a sec. There we go. So Solid Mage, if you're around, please check out the form. I posted it in the comment section below. So if you're around, please fill out the form immediately so you can get your rewards. All right. So while waiting, we are now down to our last project. So last but not the least, let us welcome Flynn from Medicaid. So yeah.
Hello. How are we doing? Lucky last. All right. I'll share my screen and we'll dive right into it. Try and be as quick as I can. All right, you should be able to see my screen. So hi, everyone. My name is Flynn. I have a long background in working in software engineering. I spent the last 8 years at Amazon, AWS, building out all sorts of interesting software for some of the largest customers in the world. And now I work at Medicaid, helping the team there basically bring, create great games, but also create a sense of a way that people on base can sort of come together and play games, whether that's in tournament fashion or through our own IP, which we'll be talking about today as well. So Medicaid is a large gaming ecosystem. It's far more than just one game, but today we'll go through a game that myself and my team have been building for the last few months. It's already live. I'm actually just going to join in this season right now, which is what you're seeing on the screen, which anyone can play just over at gangs.medicaid.co. And really what this game is it's a PvP strategy game where essentially you have 5 different gangs that are sort of fighting for control of the city. So you have the Neon Syndicate, which have this kind of like media vibe, very sort of like Crystal Palace kind of vibe. You have the Chrome Serpents, which are kind of like Yakuza-inspired cyborgs as such. You have the Sewer Rats, and they're kind of like an underground kind of like rat gang. And you have the Digital Drifters, which are kind of like the rulers of the finance quarter of the city. So each of these gangs, of course, lives in their own little quarter of the city as well, which is kind of illustrated by the way that they interact with the world, which we'll go through in a moment. And then you have the Iron Shadows, which are kind of like builders. They rule the builder quarter of the city. So in this specific example, and this is actually the live game, I'm actually part of the Chrome Serpents. And when you join a gang, you essentially mint an NFT to become part of that gang, right? So you mint an insignia. And then really the whole point of the game is to be the last gang standing at the end of the season. So the season kind of goes for about 4 or 5 weeks, and then we sort of restart the season and it sort of starts fresh again. But there's many different buildings, and there's so much intricacy built into the game design concepts around how the game works. I won't be able to do it justice in sort of all of its pieces here, but I'll talk about some of the parts and show how these bits and pieces work. So we have like different little icons here you can see that sort of indicate the buildings that I can go into. And I can only see these buildings because I'm part of this specific gang. If I tried to go to the Sewer Rats, all I can see is, you know, their specific leader and some information about the gang, but I can't actually see any of the buildings, right? So this is just sort of gated by me having this NFT. You have this core concept of influence in the game, which allows you to basically decide who you think is like just in the real world, right? You have politicians that basically apply influence to a company or a concept. You can kind of do that as well, where you can basically apply positive or negative influence to either your own gang or another gang. And that sort of allows the influence score pretty much to sort of tick up on the gangs. You can kind of see it over here. There's an influence score that's sort of going ahead in real time. And this is basically a sense of power of control of that specific gang and how much sway they have over the city at any point in time. We have other stats as well, like wealth and security and different things that are sort of bolstered by different buildings, right? You have like a vault where you can kind of secure the wealth of the gang. Like I said, you have the influence piece. You also have the ability to heist from other vaults as well. So the game itself is very PvP centric in a sense where, you know, the Neon Syndicate here, this specific gang, they have a wealth of 29,000 MK at the moment, right? So I can see that by just mousing over them. But like if I wanted to, or me and my friends wanted to heist them, I can simply click on this here and I can join, or I can click on this one here and join the heist. And then it just requires one other person to sort of join in. And then we go through the process of kind of heisting that specific gang, and it actually steals some of the tokens from that gang to our gang, right? So this element around just like PvPing with other gangs constantly. You have different things like items that can sort of bolster that and benefit, like increase the amount you can steal. They increase the high success chance and many other things. It's kind of like that sense where you are basically just, you know, constantly PvPing at each other, and you don't really know a lot of the time who is stealing from who or who is influencing who, because you have your own little gang chat where you can kind of keep track of things. So if I toggle on the gang chat over here, me and my gang can talk to each other over here. But if I just type here, I'm just like typing to the world, right? So and then you can sort of like start to strategize and think about, you know, who's doing what in real time, like who's stealing from who's influencing who plans on warring against the other gangs as well. So the whole point of the game is to basically eliminate the other gangs. So as the gang leader, you can kind of choose a gang that you might want to start a war against, right? Who do I want to try and eliminate from the game? And then that goes through a part of the game where you decide on like who's stronger based on stats and people and wealth and influence and so on. So a lot of that in there. One thing I'll quickly show is we added in a feature recently that is essentially a way that you can race pet rats against each other. And this is like a sense where you can kind of earn tokens through the game, but also it's a lot of fun racing other rats. I'll just replay the last race that happened here because we're waiting to start a new one when we have 2 of 6 players. But this is kind of what a rat race looks like. You sort of go to a different part of the city and you'll essentially your rat will like race against the other rats. The rats have many different stats like bloodlines. They have their own stats. They have their own genders. They have all sorts of things that sort of define them as you know, worthy of having certain speeds on certain tracks. Even the time of day, all sorts of things go into determining each rat's speed at each sector in the race. And so here we have 2 rats that are kind of like out in front. And if I looked at the stats on these rats, they're probably going to be like 4 or 5 agility, 4 or 5 stamina, you know, a bloodline that's better to race at nighttime, all sorts of stuff. Even the age of the rat when it was minted plays into effect of the speed at certain parts. So this whole process sort of plays out, and it's just a short 200-meter race on this specific track. And then the owner of that rat immediately earns from the race sort of concluding and such. So if you get first place, second place, or third place, you immediately earn from that rat. And you can, of course, train the rats and you can reuse them and so on as well. And that's pretty much just a quick race just then of that sort of happening there. The last thing I'll quickly show is the game is very heavily augmented with AI. We've built a lot with AI, everything from the voice parts as well. You might be
I think you might need to share your screen. Sorry, Flynn.
okay.
Same with one. You might need to share your whole screen so we can hear the sound.
I think it might be sharing the whole screen already, but that's no problem. It's what we essentially have is we've created a sense where you can listen to the audio dialogue of any of the gangs. All of the buildings have their own like audio dialogue as understand like what they are when you click on them. But also similar to what we were seeing before in the previous demos, we also have real-time voice-based conversations with the agents. So like the NPC here is the gang leader, right? So Aurora Venom Sinclair, he's like the gang leader for the Chrome Serpent. So I can just talk directly to him by pressing this button, and then it's kind of like a voice-to-voice discussion. So we don't translate to text and then to voice, we just do voice-to-voice with this specific agent. And it allows you to sort of understand the gang, understand the different parts of where you're at throughout the game. If I said, how can I better my abilities in rat racing? He might be able to tell me more about what I can do. So it's like a very, very interesting, and we use a Gemini Flash V2, so it's about 70 milliseconds between the responses. It's kind of like talking to someone on the phone. It's very weird at first because it's so fast. But it's really interesting because it knows about you, your player, what gang you're in, your name, for example. That sort of stuff is kind of built into the system prompt of the agent, so it can sort of understand who you are and what you might be asking. And if you're interested in that, I mean, anyone, even if you jump over to gangs.medicaid.co, you can just click on any of the gangs up here, and you can just press on this button here, and you can like hear about the specific gang, or you can just chat to the gang leader yourself to learn more about that gang if you're interested in joining the season. It just started yesterday. We even have our own radio channels in here. If anyone remembers the radio channels from GTA 5, we've taken that concept and built out our own AI-generated radio channels with ads and everything in them that's like very fun and sort of engaging to the universe of Medicadia and what we're building in this game. But yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. It's a super fun game to get into. There's a lot of strategy, a lot of teamwork that goes into it with your own gang, a lot of sort of saying you're going to do one thing and then doing another thing. Even people joining one gang and negatively influencing it from the inside, right? All those sort of things. So it's a lot of mind games going on in that sense too. So that's a little bit about Gangs of Medicadia. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, of course. Head over to gangs.medicaid.co and let us know what you think.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Yeah, love the presentation, love the game, especially the rat racing part. I thought it was really cool. So let me just share the website link to our viewers here as well. We also got one answer from the previous question. All right, the Gangs of Medicadia. All right, folks, if you enjoy this live stream, please go on and check out Metacade. That I think it's supposed to be hang on, let me just double check. I may have misspelled there.
Yeah, Medicaid.co.
All right, it's go. Sorry. Okay, it's go. Okay, awesome. So yeah, thank you so much, Flynn. But before that, we have a response from Lives Meta, and the answer was this one. The difference is AI agents can customize the answers and NPCs have fixed dialogue. So I'm going to wait for a confirmation from Juan if this is correct.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay,
Congratulations.
awesome. Congratulations, Sabrina Martinez. You have won an NFT with an airdrop. So please fill out the form if you have not already. And congratulations on winning your prize. And lastly, last but not the least, we still have one prize left, guys. And that is... So we won't have one winner per se. It's going to be for 5 winners. So 5 times worth of $20 for MKD rewards for 5 people. All right. So this is for 5 people. And if no one's going to answer, we're going to have to raffle it. So that's like around $100 worth. So yeah, awesome. And the question is from Medicaid. The question is this one. How many gangs are there in Metacadia? All right, so we need 5 people to answer this. 5 people each is gonna win $20 worth of MK. All right, so we're gonna wait for a few minutes here while we roll the outro. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here at this demo day. I know we've extended for a bit for 10 minutes extra, so I know you guys are actually busy. Again, thank you so much. Unclaimed prizes will be raffled on our socials. That includes Hordy. I don't know if I pronounced it correctly. Apologies. And again, thank you so much for being here, and welcome to the Blockchain Game Alliance. Hope to see you guys more around, hosting these demo days. Again, thank you so much. All right, so we didn't get any response, so we're going to have to pull it out. We're going to have to raffle it. So again, thank you so much, guys, for joining this specific demo day in the Blockchain Game Alliance, and I'll see you around.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you
everyone.
for having us.
Thank
Have a good
you.
one. Bye-bye.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye bye.